All right, let's see if it's working now. Earlier, my internet, I just had to restart my internet and it was good now, so it should be good now. But let me know if y'all can hear me or not. Let's see. Current trade is reversing on us a little bit. Again, I have no clue why it's reversing. There's no reason. I don't see an OB. Sure, we inversed, but that's about it here. I think we do consolidate here. Maybe even take out this low. I think we miss this mitigation by a bit and then go higher. This is my prediction here on price. I did move my stop loss here. All right, trailed to 50%. Just so if we do take a loss, it's only gonna be a very small loss. You know, it won't be a big deal. And that is something I do also teach within the course if you missed out on that, on how to reduce your losses so you don't take full 1 hour losses. So we'll see, but currently so far it's going good. Again, my draw on NQ is that we hold this flip here and we go higher. So I'm anticipating us to go higher from here on NQ. So let's see if that happens. Usually my draws so far on live stream has been pretty damn good and accurate. They maintain like a 70% accuracy in terms of direction. So, you know, should be pretty good here. I'm honestly more confident in NQ going higher here than gold. Because the signature and delivery of price of how it gives this internal continuation where slowly, when price slowly climbs up like this, imagine it as price creating a lot more demand. And when price creates a lot more demand, it's a lot harder for price to reverse. I sent some links again. Hopefully everyone joined the server, or sorry, not join the server. Join the stream. But so far going good, guys. Watch this. This is a 4.5 R trade here I took on my account. We can maybe talk about prop firms in a bit later into the stream too. Today's stream, I'm gonna try to keep the streams not too long, maybe like 2 hours max usually. I know back then I used to do like 7-hour streams a few times, but it gets tiring for sure. Going good so far though on this trade. Like I said, these are, I think, what I call them fake reactions to the downside that should not hold from my experience. If it does hold, that's okay. Trading is not 100%. I think a lot of people with their psychology, the faster you can accept that, you know, trading is not 100% win rate and that you won't always be right, the faster you will become profitable. Again, granted, you know how to trade the markets, right? If you're just gambling and guessing out here with random emotional trades, that's not good. Actually, I'm gonna move my TP up here. I'm gonna move it just to the high right there. The reason why is just because recent price action, it's been missing my TPs a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, by a few ticks. It's actually pretty annoying. Like, I'll show you guys, like, I took this trade during Asia session, and look at this. It missed my TP by 2 ticks. Like, this is a trade that everyone in Discord knew I took, and I literally missed my TP by 2 ticks. Like, my draw was correct here. I'm gonna set alert here. We'll come back to this. Actually, I already know from the sound. It's fine. Whoa. Why did NQ just do that? Like, if it hit my TP here, I was going to look for shorts. That's PY right here. And look how well I could have, like, look how much money I could have made. Like, I was looking for a price to do something like this, mitigate this, and then take a short. I mean, the short played out, as you can see. I could have made 3 risk reward and 4 or 13 plus risk reward. Ideally targeting 8 session low. That's 9 RR there. And unfortunately, like I said, I missed the TP. So I went break even here, like for sure. Like, you'd be dumb to not go break even here if you missed your TP by literally 2 ticks, right? Now, yes, you could say in hindsight, I could have trailed here to like a candle higher low. But what I saw was we come back and go higher here off this mitigation here. And my break even point is below this PY, so I'm safe. Unfortunately, it did come back, and yeah, I could have trailed honestly to a slow here once I saw this movement to the upside. It would have been less than 1 risk reward in profit though. I'd rather keep my math static and more straightforward and just take either break even, full TP, or a full loss. For the most part, there's times where I do take partial losses. You can see how I'm just getting super unlucky, right? Look. I had another trade here going for the same PY, missed it by a tick, and actually hit me at break even. So on NQ so far, not the greatest in my opinion so far. I still have some trades I have to record trade recaps for. I think I might have cleared them all. They're over here. Because of pricing contract changes to next futures contract, again, most times you don't have to worry about moving your, or updating your, or what's it called, right? Where it's rolling over a contract to the next month or next quarter, whatever. Because TradingView does it for you, and with prop firms, they usually do it automatically for you. So that's why it's like looking weird here. I have to roll it back to review these trades that I took before. Nonetheless, I'm still green on NQ. But last night was not good. -1, break even, and a break even. These could have all been green trades, except for the -1. But it's whatever. It is what it is. That's why I'm keep my TP just at this high here instead of the PY right above, because it's not that I don't trust my strategy. It's just I'm tired of getting worked out. Besides, it's only a 0.2, 0.3 R difference. No reason to, not TP. We've been in this trade for about 30 minutes here. If you guys ask me about what trades I've taken so far today, taking this stop hunter here for 2R. I missed the OB entry and stop hunter down here, unfortunately, off this 30-minute demand. That would have been a very nice trade, but I missed it. This is my inducement here. This is supply that's going to fail. You didn't even get confirmation here anyway. Even on this supply, I'm not shorting here, right? That's why I took a stop hunter here. So we'll see. Price is really just messing around right now. Like, ideally, sure, when price is this close to your TP, we're up 3R instead of 4R. You could just take the 3R. You have a slightly higher win rate, but I'm going to stick to my system and let price run towards my TP. I'm pretty confident in this stop hunter here playing out, because I don't see anything that could stop us here unless this IFUG holds the whole way, which I think is less likely. Again, I moved my stop loss here already, guys, okay? In case we do take a loss here, it's only a very small loss. I'll still be green for a day, slightly. On NQ, I'm seeing us to the upside here. You could have taken this. You could have taken this OB entry model here for NQ if you want to just take a draw on liquidity play to pre-stay high. But I'm already in something here, so I wouldn't be able to take that anyway. Gold is reversing a little bit here. Let's see. What's up, Envy? What's up, Big Dave? Much better? Yeah. It's definitely much better now. I don't know why my bars were red. I turned off my internet and turned it back on. I'm good now. It's weird. Oh my goodness. What is going on? What was that? I'm not too worried here unless it takes out that low. Then I have no clue what's going on here. We are in 5 minute supply. This could just mean 5 minute supply is gonna hold. But I'm gonna stick to my stop loss here. Just right at that low. I might give it actually a bit more wiggle room here to stop. We do have increased volatility coming in right now. Let's see if NQ can go for pre-stay high. The only thing I said that I don't like as much for NQ going for pre-stay high is because ES already took out pre-stay high and 2 other highs. So we have basically 3 breaks in a sense to the upside. We're very overextended. So it's not as ideal, but I do want to see NQ take out this high just because it's just, I think this was pre-stay high. Unless this is a different high. Yeah, it is pre-stay high. Okay, cool. That's the benefit of having an indicator. It just marks everything out for you. I'm not too concerned, honestly, at the moment with gold. Yes, we did get that big momentum, but I do want volatility coming into the market now. And if we can get volatility or momentum going down, we can also get momentum going up. That's how price works. Look at this. For example, I'll show you guys a quick example here. When you're looking at big momentum like this in the market, a lot of people get scared. But you have to realize this signifies that volatility is increased in the market. What that means is you're going to have a very nice range to play off of. So people here might be buying up here because they saw this momentum spike. But look what happens. Short goes up maybe a little bit, but where are you buying, right? And we just drop from there. So people buying up here with their stop loss wherever, they're getting stopped out. So all volatility is, or momentum is it signifies that price is trying to go towards this intended target quicker. That's all it means. So we did have a dump here, but I'm hoping it should still hold here. We're actually doing what I kind of anticipated earlier too, which I wanted to happen earlier, which was this low that made that new high take out first, but now we took it out. So that's good. We did take out this low here. So I'm hoping we do hold this internal sweep here and do go higher. This is like a stop hunter within a stop hunter. I don't take these ever, to be honest. Never done back testing on something like this. But that's what I noticed right now. So we'll see if this holds. If not, I'm gonna take like a small loss here. Could take a long later down here in 50%. But the best setup today really was either taking your longs down here or this stop hunter here. If you guys don't know what the entry is here, here's the low that made you high, internal sweep. If you want to use this low, sure you can, but I don't like it when it's a very tiny break. If that makes sense, like there's multiple lows here, right? I'm not gonna use this low here. Sometimes it works and it just goes like that, but I like to look for more significant pullbacks, something like this. But nonetheless, your entry would have been the same regardless. So that's my low I used for that stop hunter. Right now we're dumping. Might take a small loss here. December price action usually is not ideal. If you guys know, because there's holidays right now, it could not be as ideal, you know. Price action like misses TPs. I did do pretty good over 8 session yesterday on gold though. Took a massive 7R. This is trading new all-time highs. And took a 1 hour scalp to the downside after we did a fake out off pre-stay high. Took a entry there. Again, I've taken so many break evens. It's crazy. Stop hunter is not looking too good for us right now. Like this one stopped me out by this internal sweep. Did go break even, and then I had a break even that got hit to the tick. My entry points here, they got hit to the tick. Literally the exact price I entered on, basically. Hit me out, break even for break even liquidity, and went to my target with 7R. So definitely some unfortunate trades. My stop just got hit. Took a -5, minus 0.5. Not much you can do here. Stop me out here. I just save these templates too, so I can, if you ever want to journal. Most of the parts is show you guys like the trades too, but that would suck if we did do an internal sweep there, just for us to go higher. That'd be actually annoying. If we took out the slow and went higher, it does happen. There's times where we do get double internal sweeps like this, but it's more rare for sure. My original stop loss would have held, I think. Anyway, I took a half loss here, it's fine. Don't think I'm gonna give this another attempt here though, but I really am looking to see us go higher, just because on the 30-minute high time frame we did hit demand and we took out all this inducement here. If you have the original stop loss, you're still in this trade, you can get a nice 4R here. How do you know it's a stop hunter? I go over that within the course. If you watch the stop hunter, I have 2 stop hunter videos, I believe, within the course. There's a few things, mechanics in the trading, in the technicals, that I use to determine if it's a stop hunter or if it's a change of character. If you want to check out the course, there's a link to it. Forgot to mention the course is $100 off right now. On the course, it's only $399 right now. The sale expires this week, and then for 101, there's $1,000 off. And for 101, we have one spot right now that I have open. So for those that do want to take advantage of the 101, you can apply through that link. But yeah, it's 4K instead of 5K. And you're paying for what you're getting with both things. Course is mainly self-paced learning, okay? That's why it's cheap. 101 is active one-on-one learning with me. You won't be learning with anybody else like some of these other training gurus. They literally hire a team to teach you instead of themselves. You're gonna pay high ticket pricing to get access to me directly, one-on-one. No group lessons, nothing like that. We'll see, you know, what happens here with this trade here. If it holds this double stop hunter or it goes to 50%. NQ is just stalling right now. I do want to see take out pre-stay high though. I did see someone in the course, or not course, someone in the mentorship students in the group did take this trade here, just on ES instead. It's a nice 3 to 4 risk reward trade. So that was really the best trade of today. I just wasn't up. My sleep schedule was kind of it's a little messed up, I'd say. So I've been training a lot more like Asia session, London session, as you can see. But I missed this trade. This would have been a textbook setup here. You can even consider this almost A+, to be honest, because we do have this massive sweep of pre-stay low. Again, you won't know if this is pre-stay low unless you mark it yourself or using an indicator, which is what I use. So there's pre-stay low. Sorry, this was pre-stay low right here. It's wick. Sub pre-stay low. So if you were trading pre-market, you could have got an entry earlier. You could could have had two back-to-back winners of just long in today. So there's no reason if you're trading indices today to be red. Like there's no reason at all to be red today, right? Oh my goodness. We'll see if we can find another setup here. What I see is we could get maybe a setup if we go back to 50% here. It's just, I don't have enough data trying these back-to-back stop hunters. Again, if you have the original stop loss, you're still in this setup here. I just don't see downside on gold, to be honest. After mitigate 30-minute demand and how price is delivering here, I just don't see downside. I still see upside here, but we'll see. I'm not going to take any random trades, right? If you take some random trade here, like some random short here, this is just emotional trading. So no emotional trading. Try to stick to my system. If I miss a trade, I miss a trade. You know, if this goes here before a short, it's fine. It's not the first time it's happened to me. It happens already even past before. You just have to accept the markets. You know, the market is uncertainty. This is why it's emotionally hard too. Let's not even talk about the technicals. Let's just talk about the emotional point of side of trading. It's difficult because people can't accept losses. I think it's really a lot of practice with your psychology. The longer you can stick to a system and strategy that works and go through your drawdown periods, the better of a trader you will come out to be, because you're developing your mental edge. There's your technical edge and there's your mental edge. You need both to be consistently profitable. If you want consistent payouts or consistently grow your personal account, like what I do, you need to have both a mental and technical edge. Your mental doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Your technicals don't have to be perfect either. We'll monitor this gold trade here just on live, just see what happens here. If we get double stop hunter, that'd suck for me. Because that would be up 6R today instead of 1.5, kind of 1R. Could have been definitely a nice day though, but like I said, I did make a good amount over last night on Asia. Made 8R, so it's cool, you know. I think, dude, this might hold. This might hold, man. What's up, Ahmed? How you doing? What's up, Amin? I don't know. You guys have pretty similar names. I don't know if I said your name right. My bad if I did. This might hold, man. Maybe I shouldn't have trailed my stop loss. It's cool. Like, whenever I see price do something like this, I don't know how to explain it. This might be something based on experience. I just don't see it going back to this 50%. It just looks more like a trap, trapping people to try to short. I just realized we did mitigate something below. We did mitigate this PY right here, right below. I didn't cover it. I didn't cover this PY. Not this PY, this PY. I did not cover that. I covered kind of this PY here. Actually, I kind of messed up my stop loss here. Now that I look at it, I should have covered this. But it did mitigate that PY right below. It's not in 50% discount, like I said. You know, this is a stop hunter. We're trying to buy high, sell higher, not buy low, sell high. Technically, you could take this IFVG here if you do believe in this double stop hunter holding, which I do think. The RR is just pretty bad. Let's use an aggressive stop loss. You can use something like this, 1.9. You still get 2R out of this. Actually, sorry, this is the wrong IFVG. It's not even the extreme. You would take it up here, which would make your stop loss worse because you can't cover the OB in case we retrace there. Again, this is just a trade idea, not financial advice. It's for people that might be interested in still going for my original target up here. That's what you would do. But not something I usually like taking, to be honest. Amin said, any discount on the $100 course? Yeah, there's a discount right now. You don't need to use any promo code or anything. The discount currently is already applied on the website. If you click on that link, it goes straight to the checkout link. If you want to check the reviews, you can go to my website. We have 21 reviews, mostly 5 stars. We have multiple students profitable. But it's already discounted on the website. Okay, original price is $499. It's $399 just for this week, for early Christmas sale, end of year, New Year sale, whatever you want to call it. If you're interested in mentorship, it's $1,000 off. So it is 4K instead of 5K. So you do save a lot of money. If you're interested in just working directly one-on-one with me, you go straight to the mentorship. Just because it also includes the indicators for lifetime access, and you get the course included as well. So you get a lot of stuff included with the mentorship compared to what's the word? Compared to just the course. There's a chance we're probably gonna guess we literally got what's it called? My aggressive stop loss failed. We have also this pretty good gap above too to fill too. We'll see what happens though. This is all just speculation, like I said, not financial advice. I saw another YouTuber take trades on live stream, and I don't know why, but I guess people started reporting him. He's a really big YouTuber actually, and he got his like live streaming permissions taken away. This is a while ago. But yeah, I don't know why it happens. Maybe he was just not profitable in live, not sure. Maybe people lost a lot of money copying him. Could be a reason. But yeah, it's unfortunate. So I do got to be careful sometimes when I'm like calling things out and saying certain things. Got to be careful. My channel is nowhere close to his channel size, so might be why I'm still safe, but I think he had like a few thousand viewers at a time. So definitely a much bigger channel than mine. Ahmed said, you're a legend, bro. I just want to tell you that you're a legend. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Try my best, man. Try my best to spread the good part about trading online. Teach trading the right way. Try to lead people towards the light. Because I know how hard it was to become profitable. When you don't know anything, or when there's so much info online, you don't know who to learn from. Because there's so many courses. But at the end of the day, I even send a poll on my Discord server. Again, good time to join the Discord server. It's completely free if you are not in there right now. Okay. But in Discord server, I made a poll basically asking people like where did they lose most of their money? From trading P&L or from like learning? And a big majority, yeah, gold is holding right now. This double stop hunter. Yikes. Majority of people, I think it was, let's see the exact number. Let's see. 85% of people said they lost most of their money from trading from profit fees and a personal account. Nowadays, mostly a personal account. Only 15% people spent more money on learning, and it should be the opposite. That's why this is pretty statistically correlated to like people that fail trading. 9% of people fail day trading. And those 90% of people are also people that are the 9% that lost most of their money from trading, not from learning. You should be spending most of your money learning in the beginning stages. Taking as much info as you can and building a system and backtesting it. Once you do that, then that's when you start trading. Yeah, this is looking really good right now, guys, to the upside. Unfortunate. They didn't want to take the IFG here. It should have been this upper one here. Yep, it's going. Okay. We got stopped out slightly. Again, this is why I don't usually take half losses like this. Usually it's a full loss or TP. Yeah, no, this is definitely going for TP now. Look at this, man. I can't make this up. This is like not the first time this happened to me. NQ is also going higher now based on my draw. Oh, my screen is glitching. Based on my draw here, I was telling you guys this demand should be holding here. Let me mark it correctly. This demand should be holding here, and it is holding right now to the upside. I do see NQ going higher here, though. We have this trend line liquidity above that we should take out. Again, it's miniature trend line liquidity. It's nothing major, but we should go higher here and go for pre-stay high ideally. We can also take out that high. That's really pretty easy to take out, but ideally pre-stay high. This is where you have to balance like risk reward or win rate. You know, for me, I have a good win rate and risk reward. My win rate is about 65%, and then my risk reward average is usually 3 to 4. I think it's a little bit higher recently, to be honest, just because I've been catching bigger trades like this 7R. This 1R here is pretty rare. I don't usually scalp this often unless it's a low probability trade. I'll just go for a 1-to-1. Like you see, I'm going to explain this trade in another video, explain the whole trade recap. So I'm not going to recap it too much of it on stream. I want to save that for the YouTube video that I want to release later. If we could break out of this supply here, there's nothing holding us to the downside. We should easily go to the upside here. So we are in supply here. So we'll see. NQ going for a pre-stay high like it predicted. I think a lot of you guys also are going wrong in general, not just like my strategy, but in general, is you're counter trending a lot. I feel like a lot of you guys are probably like the type of traders to try to, you're just really bored and you want to take a trade. So when you're really bored and want to take a trade, you're probably shorting here, shorting here, shorting here. When we're bullish, right? We're bullish. We took out pre-stay low. This is a high time frame low. And so instead of taking the good setup, you're taking the bad setup. Maybe you are taking the good setup, that's cool, but if you're still taking the bad setups, this is going to cut into your win rate, which obviously no one wants to happen. Oh my goodness. Surprise gold is holding the supply here. You can only say supply is holding though if we take out this low. As long as we maintain this low, hold this demand here, this 5 minute here or this 1 minute here. This is in premium, but mainly this here. If we hold this or hold this stop hunter here, we're still good to the upside. This is why, like I said, like it's not as ideal to enter this IFG. You'd have to like cover prior to. You can't cover this PY. It's too big of a stop loss for me. NQ is going. It is going. Again, just bullish on both assets today. My daily bias indicator is also pointing bullish. Again, if you guys want access, there's no discount on the daily bias indicator right now. You can't get it for lifetime access though. If you want, I did recently offer that payment method. You can buy for one time, you keep it forever. But if you want access to my entire indicator set, there's 7 indicators. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6, and then this total one is 7. There's one. The last 7th one is the one I made where you can just keep one indicator that includes all the settings, all indicators in one. This is what I use on my chart. It just keeps things clean. You can also spread it out and just modulate it to have each indicator separately if you're not using all of them. But you can also disable like indicators on here. Like look, once I uncheck these, you should see daily bias disappear, IFG, PYs, all that gone. That's a naked chart. But I always have my indicators on. There it is. There it is, guys. TP. Damn, bro. That sucks. That sucks. Oh, whoever that took it worked out. I think we have a 1 minute above. We did wick it. We did hit that 1 minute supply. No. Guess I called it. We got 2 stop hunters back to back. Missed out on 4R there. Did anyone hold this trade? Did anyone take my call out but didn't trigger stop loss? If you didn't, you would have been safe from this trade. You wouldn't have gone stopped out. By literally 1 tick, stop loss held. If you took the IFG re-entry, again, it's not a trade I take because I didn't backtest ever back-to-back stop hunters. You can backtest it if you want. I haven't. I'm fine with being satisfied with just 1 entry like this. Okay. If you took that, there's a 2R there for you. Win rate so far on stream has been like around 70% from all the trades I called out. Oh, now get rid of the arrow. We hit with the refined 1 minute supply here. That's what happened here. Real question is, can we hit pre-state high on NQ today? I'd like to see that happen. NQ is really slow right now. It's bugging, but like I said, we should be going for the highs. Like, I'm not doing anything special. A lot of people think I'm some wizard predicting the market, but I'm really just following the trend and waiting patiently. I think this is another huge thing. A lot of people are forcing trades, not waiting patiently for the good setup. And they're forcing the low probability setups when the market's trying to trick you. The market likes tricking traders into taking the low probability setups. It will give you big momentum candles to the upside, to the downside, just to trick you out the trade. What about NQ? I think I'm really done for gold today. NQ upside, like I said, there was an entry on this PY. If you took it earlier, give yourself a second attempt. You're still in this trade already on upside. I'm gonna have a limit order here on this 5 minute. Again, you see this 5 minute? See, you can't see on the 1 minute, but with the indicator, it shows it. On the indicator, you can even show other time frame PYs, 15, 30, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily. Like every type of PY you can think of, it's on here, basically. It's just gonna lag your chart though. I don't include all of them, but you can see how, look, it's displaying them. 30 minute, let's see. I have it hide if they get touched. So if the PY gets touched, it does hide. I'm gonna take this trade here if we do come back down here. If we don't, if we go up, we just miss the trade. I would just hide those. This is the next setup I'm looking to take. If we get it, gold, there's not much we could do here. I'm hoping we come back from NQ though. We can get a nice trade to the upside to a draw. This is what I call like a draw and liquidity play. But if we miss it, it is what it is. I want to see ES. Let's see what happened here. Because we 1233. Oh no. ES just went for a stop hunter. That's why we took out the low on NQ, for those who are wondering. Stop hunter. That's why we took out this low here. This is an internal sweep. Again, like I said, if you want to avoid losses, you can just wait for the internal sweep to occur first. We might miss this trade. If we do get this trade retracement back though, we can get a nice 5-hour trade here. How do I purchase the indicator? If you go to that link right there, Indy. Again, if you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe, by the way. Alright, leave a like on the stream, subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel. See if we can hit 20K by 2026. That's my ultimate goal. I mean, if we hit 100K, that'll be great. But I don't mind keeping the channel low-key as well. I don't push too much. I don't do too much marketing. Did it not work? Oh. You have to do indicators, sorry. That's why it didn't work. And I have to change the link. Hold on, don't click on that link yet. I gotta change it real quick. Because with the indicators, there's 3 pricing models. So let me just change that. Let's see. Okay. Oh my goodness. Look at NQ, guys. Took out the trend line quickly. Like I said, I mean, trading isn't, you can't like make it much easier than this. Just following the trend. We did miss a trade, but it did go for that trend line liquidity. Here's the link. Use that link. You'll see all the payment methods. Because you can pay monthly, yearly, or most people go for just a one-time because you get lifetime access to it. And it's only $100 more than a yearly. But if you want to try it out, you can also get the monthly. Probably will do mentorship once I'm back from vacation. Nice. Have a good vacation. You are right, bro. Trading is very difficult, especially without guidance or wrong guidelines. Yep. You're right, Ahmed. That's 100%. That's why some people also get stuck. You gotta learn from the right place too. And it's not easy, obviously. But you guys are in the right place. My channel is definitely more low-key than most of these other people. But also, I generally believe I teach the best content. That generally works. Again, if you want to check out like mentorship student success stories, testimonials, free to join the free Discord server. There's a link called or channel called Student Testimonials in there where I do post all the reviews from students. A majority of the mentorship students make back their investment plus times way more during the mentorship. We've had students make 5 to 6 figure payouts. Like month to month. Not just like a one-time luck thing, but month to month. Had a student with 50K plus in payouts so far. Another student recently hit 100 plus. We have many different people getting good results. I'm going to do monthly because I'm going to do the one-on-one mentorship. Yeah. It sounds like a good plan or a good idea. Now this OB, unfortunately, I got to get rid of my limit order here. It's not valid anymore for a setup because we did take out the high. If we want a valid setup here, we'd have to wait for a price to trace here, give me entry model, and then we can go higher. Since we already hit the target here. Because yeah, the 101 mentorship, for those that don't know, it does include lifetime access to indicators and the course. And you also get a trading journal for free. It's my own specific trading journal I created. It is built solely for my strategy, to help you learn my strategy, because of how it was designed. I have showcased part of the journal on my YouTube channel if you want to get a sneak peek into what it looks like. But yeah, there's that. Let me delete my stream I did earlier today just because the internet was so bad on it. I was like bugging out. Hopefully I didn't delete the wrong stream. The mentorship is more expensive than the course. If you just type in, I think you guys can use the commands too. If you type in exclamation mark, you'll see. Pricing wise, right now the mentorship is 4K. It's 4K right now. Sorry, for this week alone, it's 4K. After this week, it's gonna be 5K. So the course and mentorship are both currently on sale for 20% off. So course is $399 instead of $499. Mentorship is $399 instead of $499. And I already updated the pricing for the course. If you want the code to the mentorship, actually, you know what, for the mentorship, I think I can just change the pricing right now. Just for a bit here, in case anyone just wants to buy it right now. I can see if I can change the price. I just have to remember to change it back manually once let's see. Yeah, I'll update the pricing on the website to $3.99 so you guys don't have to put in like a code. Originally it's gonna be where you guys put in a code to get the discount, but I think if you I could change it right now at $3.99. Yep, there it is. It's $3.99 right now for the mentorship. Again, it's on major discount. You save $1,000. For gold, like I said, I'm still seeing upside though, even though we hit this demand. We're building a lot of demand, like structure-wise, to the upside. It's not like we're not doing something like this. Whenever you see price doing something like this, you can take shorts. But if it's not doing something like that and it's doing these internal continuations, or what I call like block flow, holding block flow like this, you don't really want to be taking shorts, reversals, especially because, like I said, we hit this 30-minute block here, demand. And eventually the highs are going to be weak. I do think you can get a nice short off this 30-minute supply though. But as of right now, better to be long in here. Even this internal OB held. Like you could have took this setup here. But it's not my favorite setup to take. I like to take higher probability setups. It's just, you know, trail stop loss today and it missed. They hit me out by a tick and went to TP. But if you want information on like the mentorship program and everything, if you go to, let's see, if you go to my main website, I do break it down. Also, another bonus with their mentorship students is that in the event I do launch a live trading, like I don't want to call it a signal service, live trading floor, you get access to it lifetime completely for free. Muzam Ashraf. You got a pretty popular name. Another trader in the community. Hope you guys did not just hear that. Let's see. Would you say I'm a scalper, profitable, but now want to move to risk reward thing to make things simpler? Any video you suggest me to watch? I'd say watch all my videos if you can on YouTube, especially my newer videos. My strategy has changed a little bit since I started making YouTube content 2 to 3 years ago, I'd say. Or sorry, it's definitely changed a little bit. But yeah, if you want to learn my strategy, you can go to the Discord or the course. There's content in there as well. Depending on the level you're at, if you're not a beginner, the course is great. If you are a beginner, you should check out there's a free beginners course on my YouTube channel. But even if you're a beginner, you can still take the course just because the 100 course, I do cover everything from the beginning of what you need to know. So it's not like you need to know some prerequisite knowledge ahead of time. I go over structure, how to use price action, my mechanical entry models. My entry models, by the way, are fully mechanical. So if you're using it properly, you're gonna take the exact same trades. But that's not like the important part of trading. I think a lot of people don't realize. The entry model is just one little part of trading. If you're scalping, you're already profitable, and you just want to learn like a high risk reward system like mine, it might make you even more money. So why not? I just do a little bit of scalping, but from my data, I realized that going for bigger targets, smaller stop losses, holding for longer, I can make more money, make more returns. That makes sense. Like a few of these trades, I mean, if it didn't hit me out break even, I'll be up a good amount of risk reward. Price is moving pretty slow at the moment, to be honest. We might not be able to get another setup today for the stream. See, NQ is just slowly climbing the whole day. Not much you could do here unless you want to FOMO enter a trade, but I mean, this is like not good risk reward. I'd rather wait. And once gold is starting to chop around like this is when like you really don't want to be taking a trade for the most part, especially if we already hit the PY that you're looking for. Like if we're boxing around like this, like before my entry here, we weren't boxing around. Do you guys see that? Let me delete this because this is just a re-entry if you wanted to take it. Not a trade I actually took. I actually took this one. But like you see how like before, when I was looking for my trade, we weren't boxing around. We were going in one direction. But once we start consolidating like this, sure, you could trade. Just depends on your strategy. For my strategy, it's more ideal when we're trending like this. Like a trending market, right? Internal structure. This is like an A plus stop under setup. Because we have a very clear PY to take price towards. Compared to something like this, the higher up in this leg that we get to, the lower probability your stop hunters become. Unless the draw is very clear, but this is a massive range and we're not even close to the draw yet. So that's when I'm more cautious. The volume is just trash today. I agree. For the most part, 20-point move feels like forever to hit. It just depends what your asset you're trading. Like I said, gold was fine today. I mean, look at this massive move. A lot of continuations to the downside too, if you want to take them. Very nice setup here. I missed. Great momentum here. I mean, this trade only took me 12 minutes to hit TP. Later in the session, I do agree though. This trade took 55 minutes. Just stopped me out barely. I trailed my stop loss. If I kept my original stop loss, it would have been a 4R TP. And on NQ, earlier in the day during kill zone, this is why like ideally you want to trade kill zone. I just have a bad sleep schedule at the moment, so I missed kill zone. I gotta fix it, to be honest, but I'm still making money regardless. You know, my data still shows even outside kill zone, I'm still profitable, very profitable. It's just my win rate goes down, I believe 6%, and then my risk reward is slightly lower, just because, like I said, price doesn't move as much. But with high volatility also means your stop loss is going to be bigger. So just because there's a lot of volatility, that doesn't mean your risk reward on average is going to be much greater, right? If you have a low volatility, but the candles are very small, even though the move is small, your stop loss is also small. So proportionally, it's roughly the same. Like, there is good volatility. Look at this. All this is good volatility. But towards the end, yeah, now it's kind of doo-dooing around here. Though there was a setup here, like I said, this demand held, you could have taken it with a TP here already. Otherwise, right now, it's like doo-dooing. Not much you could do. I still think upside on gold, though, to be honest. We'll see what happens with gold. With all the failed swings, do you think price will sweep below then target the failed swings? What asset? NQ or gold? I haven't looked at ES in a while. I usually use it just for SMT purposes. Or like things like sweeps that price should be going for. I haven't done too much trading on ES. Mostly a lot of NQ in the past, I would say a month or so. But I do start to notice like the volatility difference between the two. Especially during sessions such as Asia. Like this. Looks really bad on ES, but on NQ during time, it wasn't too bad. I think it was roughly equivalent to this. I was able to get a nice trade here, but on ES, it's hard to read the candles too. Because like if you want to zoom in, the candles are very, very like, I don't know what the right word is, but hard to read. They're very small. It's not clean like these candles here. Like you clearly see a difference between this, where prices, the candles are one tick size versus multiple ticks. But yeah, we're very bullish, man. We are very, very bullish. The reason why is because we have a weak high to go for. We got this ultimate all-time high. I believe this is all-time high, yeah. And we have also this high to go for. Because we mitigated this 4-hour demand. Like, it's very simple. Trading is very simple once you break it down. That's all it is. Let me clear my chart real quick. Liquidity pool, you mean like drawing liquidity? Drawing liquidity is, you got to mechanicalize as much as you can, and then the rest is from experience. That's from my personal trading experience. There's different ways you can mechanicalize or draw liquidity that I've talked about in videos, within the course, through Discord, all that. So you want to watch, I might have a video on my YouTube channel on it. I don't remember if I posted it to the video, YouTube, or to the course content, but it is in a video on how you can mechanicalize it, because then that makes the process so much easier. The thing with SMTs, there's a lot of misconceptions about it, and those misconceptions I go against what everyone else uses it for, and I use it in my favor. I'll give you guys a quick little pro tip. For example, if we're bullish, if we have a bearish SMT, that, to me, I'm still going to be looking for both assets to take out the high. I'm not going to be shorting, for the most part. You rarely will see me short a bearish SMT, but if we're bullish on higher time frame, right? If we have a bullish SMT, I'm definitely taking it, because it's going to be an A and A plus setup. Now, distinguishing between the two, that's going to be depending on whether or not you understand my my strategy. I've done like, I'd say for like honestly guys, the past 3 months I've done a lot of trade recaps on my channel. Is there any other content you guys would like to see on the channel aside from trade recaps? Trade recaps get kind of boring to me at a certain point just because, you know, I'm trading the same strategy every single day. I have not changed my strategy for over a year, I'd say. Maybe make some tweaks and stuff, but I've been trading the same thing for quite a while. So to me, it's like every trade recap feels very repetitive, but I think for new people, 100%. I do think, obviously, of course, you know, it's not as repetitive. Again, if you guys have not seen my student testimonials, you should join the Discord server. All the reviews are in there. They're also on my WAP as well if you want to look over reviews on the website too from students that paid for the course or mentorship. Could be a mix from both. Trying to figure out like in terms of short form content what I want to make, to be honest. Because a lot of my I used to do like memes. If you guys don't know, I used to do memes. But they did get a lot of views, but I think it was attracting maybe just people that just want to joke around. So I figured I might as well continue doing more technical stuff on for shorts. But again, the shorts are, I feel like a lot of people watch them just for like, what's the word? Just for entertainment, not to learn. So it's not something I really like to focus too much on. But yeah, usually it's just clips from videos I posted already. For people that are maybe on mobile, sure it's easier to watch. But let me know what other type of content you guys want me to make on the channel too, you know? Trying to provide as much value as I can. Just another stop hunter that I occurred on gold for those that didn't see. This low got taken out. This is your stop hunter setup. Covering up PYs is super close. There's so much risk reward you could have made. I got unlucky with mine. But I do see more upside on gold still. If you ask me, like if I was like betting my money, more upside on gold still, not downside. I don't see downside. I think this is where a lot of people get wrong. People are probably trying to short. There's nothing wrong with shorting this and this. Like you got profit, right? But if you're trying to target, if you're shorting that, trying to target like this low here, this far away, when you see price consolidating, it makes 0 sense. You're gonna get stopped out. Either break even in profit maybe, if you have a small target, or take a loss. You gotta make sure you're journaling your trades, otherwise you don't understand what you're doing wrong. What's up, Nick Knack? Watches YouTube. It's a very interesting YouTube tag name. Guys, let me know also if you see the new pricing for the mentorship. I don't think it's letting me change the price for whatever reason right now. So I have to create a code right now. I'm gonna make a promo code, guys, right now for you guys, okay? It's gonna call mentorship 1000. It's $1,000 off the mentorship, And I want to make an expiration date of this week roughly. And it's going to be applicable to only the next 3 students. Only allow 1 use per user. And there it is. Okay, cool. So this next 3 students that use the code, you get $1,000 off just the mentorship. You can try. I'm gonna try it out right now. I don't think it will count if I try using it, because WAP wouldn't let me edit the pricing myself. So, I actually can't even try it on my end. If one of you guys could put it in, I guess let me know if it works or not. But go to checkout and use the code mentorship1000. It should give you $1,000 off again. Sorry, that's not the right link. That is the application. Okay, this is kind of annoying to try. Because I'm on an admin panel here, so it's a little different for me. But yeah, someone, use it. Let me know if it works. Again, you're not forced to pay right now. It's just to test it out. I think I just got the link now. It should work. That should be the link to the mentorship. Let me see. Mentorship 1000. I don't think it's case sensitive. I think lowercase should work too. Yeah, lowercase works as well. It automatically updates to uppercase anyway. So it's 399 instead of 499 or 4099. Sorry. Using that code. So I'll put the code also in the Discord server as well. And then I'll put in a link here. Okay, cool. It should be good now. Let's see. You guys can hear my keyboard. I just started playing my stream. You can hear my keyboard pretty loud. Damn. Oh yeah, gold is gone. Look at that. A stop hunter never fails. You said NQ is in 15-minute supply? It is, but 15-minute supply already failed. It failed here already, so to me it's not valid anymore. I still see upside. We'll see. It is quite late in the day, honestly. The volume is dead. Might not be worth taking another setup here. We'll see. I did actually take that stop hunter setup just to try it out on gold. Getting close to TP, we'll see. If I get edged again because it takes out one high, not the other high, that'd be kind of annoying. I'm gonna throw my stop loss. Hopefully I don't pay for it again. Should cut my loss very small. Just go back to hit stop. We'll see. Again, we are very choppy right now on gold. So like, if you get stopped out multiple times, I accept that truth. Like I just have to accept it because that's how price is delivering. Okay, I'm gonna read y'all's messages now because it seems like there's a lot. Oh, okay. Let's see. Been a pretty productive stream today. The stream is delayed by, I think, 30 seconds based on what I'm seeing here on my stream. Even though it shouldn't be. Yeah, not sure why. Anyway, what site stop? I'm not sure what site stop is. You're talking about Stop Hunter. It is one of my strategies that I use. I have two main strategies. One I call it the main setup. The other one is called the Stop Hunter. That's the setup I used here and here. Could have been up 6, like I said, risk reward, but I got stopped out barely here. Showing my stop loss. I don't talk about too much on my YouTube because people pay to learn from me. And of course, I want to keep the money that people spend on the course and mentorship exclusive to make things fair for everyone. So everyone's happy. I go over some stuff on my YouTube channel, but if you want like an in-depth tutorial on how to trade it, it's only going to be covered really within the course. Which you can click on the link description of stream, you go to my website. They all go straight to the course anyway, so however you want to really access it. I appreciate live sessions like this one. It's nice to see what your thought process is in real time, rather than retrospect, see how emotional risk is quelled. Okay, interesting. So you think it's like you learn a lot from like the emotional, being calm, I guess, emotionally, more than like technicals. I think a lot of people learn from like the technicals, but I do think, and I do see what you're saying. Live trading is obviously different than doing a trade recap. You know, emotions play a much bigger role. Though granted, the point of live trade recaps is to like go over the trade that took already, but I see what you mean. We're about to hit TP here in just a second on my trade here on gold longs. Okay, I just hit TP. Never mind, my order just got filled. Just filled with one contract here on gold. On my newly funded account. Here's screenshot proof of executions. I took this on Top Step X. I told the course members recently I saw a lot of rumors about people like just like bashing Top Step, even though I used to trade with them and I was completely fine trading with them. If you want to know what the entry I took was, I entered here. This was roughly my entry. My stop was here. And this is my trade. I couldn't call this out in time. I think I might have called it out earlier. I did mention there was a stop hunter here. But I'll journal this for future trade recaps. That's a stop hunter. Internal sweep right there. I already TP'd, I believe, 4508. I think it was right at the high. Yeah, TP'd exactly at the high there. So nice little 4R there on my funded account. I was supposed to enter 2 contracts, I believe, but I only was able to enter 1. Because I am in another trade on NQ actually right now. So I was not able to enter 2 contracts. Jeez, it is going. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Not surprised though. Like I said, whenever price delivers and consolidates like this, it's just trapping people to buy. Or sorry, trapping people to sell. There's my TP executions. This is my account that I passed. I got the account Sunday. If you guys are new to my channel and don't know, I trade on a personal account, like a live personal account with Tradovate. Here are my stats for the account. You can see account pass. I just got a quick little 50K on Top Step this Sunday. And now they count Sunday as a trading day. So Sunday, Monday, and today's Tuesday. I passed this account today. Made 3.4K on the account. The stats here are weird. It glitches. Like, it's weird how this thing works. Because later the numbers did change on my portal. I don't know if it's a new Top Step thing or not, but I did post it. I mean, I'll post in the free chat too if you want to see it. But that was my account stats, if you guys are wondering. And then it later updated, actually, on my account, which I'll show you guys here. Like, it's weird. I don't know why I did this. I'm guessing it just took a while to update on their end. Let me delete this real quick. Sorry, my screen is charted up. Let's see. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't see us having enough momentum to come down here to mitigate to go take another trade. So I think I'm done trading for today. All right, today so far net results on stream, minus 0.5 and a 4. So I'm up about 5 risk reward today. We'll call this a -1, even though it's not. About 6 risk reward today. Taking really only just 3 trades on gold. Didn't take anything on NQ. Actually, technically, I do have 1 trade going right now on NQ, but it's not like a typical setup I do teach. Again, I'm just on a funded account right now. Okay, so to me, it's not a big deal. I'm being very precise on my entries. You guys might figure out like how I entered here on NQ. Okay, my entry on NQ is basically this. Again, it's not a setup that I really would ever take on my personal account. It's just like a type of setup that I just like say screw it and free ball it on the fund accounts. Again, if you guys don't know, like fund accounts are demo accounts. Okay, they're demo account environment. Trades or trading environment, it doesn't really matter too much on like how you enter trades. Sorry, it does matter, but what I'm trying to say is when you're already very profitable, you can take these risks of deviating a little bit, but understand your edge, and you'll take this trade. Because I did enter around here, so I am in another trade currently running at the moment on NQ. Oh my goodness, my trade NQ is going crazy right now. Jeez. Gold, I missed out a lot of money on gold, huh? Look at that thing fly. What's funny is some people like are always wondering like how is the market so clear whenever I live stream? And I tell them it's just like understand the system plus some screen time. You understand if you understand where price is trying to go on a higher time frame, even a lower time frame, combine those two together, you're just trading with the order flow of the market. I'm not shorting here, shorting here, shorting here, shorting here. Okay, this short is not too bad. I'm gonna be honest, this short is not too bad, but not shorting here, right? I know because we hit 30-minute demand. That's why I'm taking all these good trades here that you guys are missing out on if you don't know the strategy. But let me show you something. Like, this is the updated board. Like, I was actually up 6.2K. I think it was yesterday. Let me see. Oh my goodness. I see y'all's question. Give me a second here. I'm trying to check my NQ trade. This is my P&L so far. Again, like I said, I literally just activated today. Or passed it today. And I just took a trade or two, a few trades on this account. I basically take the trades separately. I don't think there's a way to copy TopStep X with your personal trading account. So I just have to take, I have to enter both on both accounts basically manually. But this is what's going so far. My fund account recently got just to test out. Again, there's no errors at the moment for me. I had a few students tell me about TopStep bugging out and stuff, even online on Twitter. So I wanted to go check it out. So far, it's been fine. I'll update you guys on how the account goes, by the way, and if there's any bugs and such. But so far, it's been fine today. Today, at least. Again, I've traded for the past week, and the past week has been fine for me. Maybe it was just like a 1 week thing from last week. I'm not sure, to be honest, but it's been fine for me. So far up 880 bucks. Again, I couldn't size properly on my gold trade that took Forest Sword on. With the proper risk, it should have been more than 800. To be honest, it should have been like a few thousand or above 1,000 P&L, but it's cool. Can't do much. Again, you start with 2 contracts when you're on a 50K. So yeah, this is so far my account. Maybe I'll trade this account in the future on stream. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of that idea? I don't show my personal account on streams just because I like to separate my personal finances from like YouTube or like the public. But I don't mind like, you know, funded accounts. Again, this is not my money anyway. Okay, you're trading on a demo environment. And it's a very small account. If you want the stats for, let's see, let me find the stat page for my pass on the funded account. Sorry, there's a lot of screenshots here. NQ's going. Let's see. My TP on my fund account right now is at pre-stay high on NQ. If you really want to see my entry here on NQ, I can show you guys real quick. This is what it's looking like right now. Like I said, the risk is very small. I can only play with 2 contracts at a time. So that's what it is. All right. We'll see if we can get to pre-state high. I'll probably end the stream once I hit TP here in a bit because there's no other setups I anticipate here. Once we take out pre-state high, we're super overextended on NQ. We can get like shorts off this, even though it's counter trend. This depends. Let's see. I'm up about 230 right now. I didn't take this trade here on my personal account. I took the gold trades on my personal account. And then this NQ one, like I said, it's not really... It is a setup like I do talk about in the course. It's just not a setup that I take really often, if not at all, on my personal account. Haven't done enough testing with this setup, but this is a situation where I realized might as well take advantage and use it. Then my entry's a little bit off here. A little bit higher. I think I entered on this bearish candle here, I believe, or this bearish candle. Pretty sure it was with this bearish candle because I didn't have a limit order at the time. I market ordered here because I noticed it a little late-ish. I think it's about a 3R trade though, so it's not bad. I don't think I'm gonna do. I might do a trade recap on this trade. Should I? It's not the type of setup I like to really do a trade recap on. Like I said, it doesn't stick to the main setups I'm really teaching y'all in trading. Most part, I'm trading the main strategy. But yeah, we'll see if we hit TP here on pre-stay high here. I'm done with gold personally. Like, there's nothing else for me to take here. Here's stats to the fund account, by the way. I always pass my fund accounts almost always within 2 days. Until Topstep recently made an update. I guess counting Sunday as a day. So these are the stats. I'd ignore the win percent. Topstep has a weird glitch. Like, this doesn't make any sense in terms of P&L wise. It says trade day average. Oh, sorry. This is trade day average. No. Yeah, I have no clue. This just doesn't make sense, this calculation here from Topstep. I ignore that and just look at the P&L here. I made 1K on Sunday, and I made 6K kind of by accident here. I think I had a trade running with no TP in place. I might have forgot about the trade, to be honest, because I'm usually trading and focused on my personal account. These demo accounts, whatever, on fund accounts, I don't really care about. Like, I usually tend to over leverage on the fund accounts anyway, because to me it doesn't matter. If you don't have a personal account and obviously you're living off of fund accounts, 100% your risk management does matter. For me, it doesn't really matter too much. My stats and strategy is a good enough win rate and risk reward where I can even like mess up my risk management and I'm still profitable. But yeah, somehow made 6K on this day, and then I had to force myself to lose 3.8K today to meet the consistency, which I thought I had to trade another day, but I guess not. It doesn't really make too much sense to me, even now, how I passed with 100% consistency, even though this is not 100% consistency. I don't know how it works. Somehow it passed me, so I was like, okay, I guess so. Took the account. By the way, for this account, I always buy with the $89 activation or no activation. Go with this account all the time. If you're confident passing accounts or you know you're profitable, for Topstep's new pricing model, always go with their $89 no activation fee account. It's half the price of you paying $50 and $150 later. Literally half the price. So it was only literally $89 for me to just buy this account. And I don't have to pay any activation fee. This is $89 for the combine. So definitely recommend going for that. You see, I was trading just gold and NQ for this account. Ignore total number of trades. It counts you entering 111 like this contracts. Like if I enter 5 contracts with 1 to 1, 1, 1, 1 like that. If you know, you know. It counts, I guess, as 5 total separate trades, even though it's one trade idea. I'm not used to this risk management on a very small account like this, so I didn't know how many contracts to enter properly. So my risk management is a little bit off, but it doesn't matter because my win rate's really good. My win rate on this day was a 73%. This day, I guess 20%. But again, don't go off of this number here because it counts you scaling in, not even scaling in. It's not even called scaling in. It's just you adding contracts to your initial price point as multiple trades. It's weird. Anyway, just some stats you guys can look over if you're curious. Again, I wouldn't really go off this too much. The system has a weird calculation error. NQ's doing nicely right now. Let's see if we can hit pre-stay high here. I did call out pre-stay high draw as well to the private Discord members around 12 p.m. So if you're in the course, if you don't know, when you buy the course or mentorship, you get access to, I believe, 8 channels, 8 separate channels in the Discord server. And in one of the channels, I post my execution stuff trade ideas, my bias, and most of the times I'm very accurate on my bias. So if you're just trading alongside me, you should be good. You should be profitable. Unless you make emotional decisions, that's completely on you. Trading is not, you versus other people. It is you versus you at the end of the day. But we do have a lot of channels in there. Channel also for private mentorship students specifically alone as well. There's a trading journal, backtesting results, winning, losing trades, introductions, course members chat only. So people post their own trades. There's a lot of stuff that's included as well. So I do think in terms of the pricing, it's not expensive at all for what you're getting out of the course or mentorship at all. We'll see if I hit TP here. I think I talk about other stuff. I know one of you guys asked a question here. What's up, Rigo? Again, you guys have very new names. I have not heard that before, so I assume you guys are new to the channel. Okay, if you're new and you want to see future streams, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss other streams. I don't need an editor. I mainly do most of my stuff myself. For the most part, I don't have a marketing team. There's no need for me to. My job is, like, someone even asked me this before, like, why don't you spend more money? Well, why don't you spend money on marketing? Why don't you get a whole team to do all this for you? My response to that really is, like, at the end of the day, I don't want YouTube to be my job, because it's not. Trading is my job, so, like, I don't want to spend too much time and dedication to YouTube when most of my time is spent on trading, because that's where the income comes from. Richard Johnson, you said what trade? I don't know what you just said here. ES, NQ, YM. I don't trade at YM. I trade ES, NQ, and gold. As you see it on top left of my screen. Those are the main three ones I trade. I used to trade Euro USD when I was trading Forex back in the day, as well as oil. Oil is kind of tricky to trade just because, like, it's so volatile. If you think gold is volatile, trade oil. You'll see what I'm talking about. If we hit TP here, I'll be up about like 1,000 or so today on the funding account. Rigo said, how would this work for me? I work from 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. Mountain Time. Work 12 hours, have rotating days off. How would the mentorship work with my schedule? Great question. So for the mentorship, I don't know if you work weekends also, but I always work with your schedule. Every student, I do the same. So you tell me your schedule when you're actually free, and I'll change my schedule to fit alongside yours. I think the only exception to timing would be like, if it's during active trading hours, I honestly can't teach you while I'm actively trading. I'm focused on my own trading. But I will say I'm very flexible in terms of my trading hours. I can trade London, Asia, New York all profitably. It's not an issue to me for the most part. As long as I get in at least one trading session a day. There's days where I trade New York and Asia. There's days where I trade London and Asia. There's days where I only trade New York, and very rare, but there might be some days where I just don't trade at all. Okay, I just want to chill. So, it just 100% just depends. But schedule is not an issue at all with me. I'm very flexible in my timing. I can sleep later too, wake up earlier. It's not a huge issue. If that's your concern for the mentorship that's stopping you, that won't be. But for the most part, I'd say like most of my mentorship sessions with students, my mentorship one-on-one students, they are over the weekend. Because obviously that's when there's no active trading. It helps both me and you because we don't have any distractions. The market's not moving. It's a good time to start learning, right? You want to learn on your off days. This is what I say. You don't want to get distracted on active trading days. Active trading days, you should be there trading or backtesting or refining, journaling, practicing. And over the weekends, that's when you want to be learning. So not an issue there. If you have weekdays or weekends off, that should be no problem at all. I'm very flexible on the weekends. Basically any time on the weekends. I worked with people one-on-one that have very different schedules and lifestyles. I've worked with many different people that have many different types of careers. And so I know how it is with the job and such, but I'm very flexible in my schedule. So that's not a worry or an issue. What's up, Indy? Number 2? Number 1 now, okay. Quick question. On one daily chart on gold, what is a valid demand? Okay, I don't use the daily chart that much. Demand on a daily would be this block right here. If you don't understand why it's this block, you should go through the course content. It's very mechanical. This is your POC on the daily chart. This is your demand. So if price comes back here, you can look for longs here. Granted, this is lower probability, and the reason why it's lower probability, sorry, let me delete the indicator so you guys don't see the markings, is because we already took out the high that price was intending to take out. Doesn't mean it doesn't hold, but it's just lower probability compared to a demand here or a demand here. I was talking about this demand, I believe, a few weeks ago as well. So those two would be my demand zones I'll be looking for. I'll keep them on the chart, but again, they're massive. Let's see how big this demand is. Yeah, it's huge. This is like 1%. That's the size of an entire 5-minute move. So you do have to, you can either refine it or just use the mitigation point. That's what I use for most of my PUIs. Let's go back to 1 minute here. Nice little scalp to the shorts. I don't see my entry model though, so nothing you would really be taking. We set near session high perfectly. Indicator basically does a lot of my analysis for me. Direction, session sweeps. Like we set near session high right here. Nice reversal. POI is marked out. The reason why I built my indicator originally was just for me to use myself, not to sell. But later I realized if I have students trading my strategy and they want to automate part of their analysis or make things easier in my system, the indicators are a very easy method of doing so. So that's when I started sharing the indicator with other people. Isn't it always opposite candle? Nope, that is wrong. I don't trade like that, Indy. Like I said, I trade very differently, I'd say, from a lot of the other ICT, SMC, whatever you want to call it, traders online. I know what you're talking about. A lot of people asked me this before. They think the demand has to be a bearish candle. They think supply has to be a bullish candle. That is completely wrong and not true at all. It has no, I've done testing on it. I have not seen any results from doing it that way. Like, look, this is demand here to me. This is valid demand here to me. But look, it's a bullish candle. It's not a bearish candle. You would probably mark something like this. But I mark something like this. This is higher probability, actually. Because this flipped the structure on the left. So this is what I call a flip zone. So, like I said, I don't go off of that rule. You're going to miss trades doing it that way. So whenever people learn my strategy system, I tell them, get rid of everything you learn or have been taught. You get rid of everything you learn and you relearn stuff the correct way. Because to a certain point, there is a correct way of viewing the market and a wrong way. Test it out for yourself. See, you can even collect your own data. You don't have to trust my word, but I'm just saying, I've been training for several years now, profitably. So, you know, take it as you will. I'm just waiting for us to hit TP right now on NQ. It's taking a while. I might just close here, honestly. Or it's not a huge profit difference. Actually, it kind of is, but to me, it doesn't really matter. We have about 2 hours till market closure. Top Step, I think, closes a little bit earlier, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna trail my stop loss here. I'm moving my stop loss to break even. Ideally, you shouldn't get hit, so we'll see. Up 320 right now. I could just close here, but I'll hold a little bit. See if we get towards previous day high. Because ES is delivering super well right now. When you see block flow like this is probably on the seconds. When you see block flow, nothing there, nothing here. Block flow. When you see all this holding like this, like a staircase is what I like to call it, makes it any easier. That means don't go against the trend. You trade this new trend. Most times it's hard to trade this new trend though, unless you use stop hunter. I tend to avoid this entirely for the most part. But if I can get a good setup, I'll take it. But I'm satisfied today with trading. Okay. Caught these on a personal and funded, so I'm happy with that. And then this is just taken on the funded account. I think a lot of people are dropping the stream now just because it is getting more later. Most people are probably done trading at this point. I do have some Discord DMs to answer. Some people ask me some questions. Let me see. Just doing a quick post recap of my day in the private group. You can see all the trades. And you can study them too. Looking over my trades, how I trade them. All right. Let's see. Again, I think there's some other questions earlier. Could you, Pfizer XP said, could you do a deep dive into drawing liquidity and bias? I kind of did that already earlier. I mainly use my indicator and the mechanical methods I teach in the course. Again, I gotta gatekeep some stuff just so it's fair for people that paid. Do you go off week high for analysis? You don't even have to look that far. I don't need to know that this high is weak or this high is weak for me to take longs here, because I'm not targeting this high here. When I'm taking these longs, I'm targeting the next internal high or the next supply. So to me, that's looking too far. It doesn't matter unless I'm trading the higher time frame and just want to look for that big expansion. Then yes. Again, if you guys wanna chill, you know, find a good community trading, join a free Discord server. The link is on my website. I'm gonna make another what's it called? Chat command. should I make? Where's it? Custom command. Let's see if this works. Maybe with the restart. Nope, it does work. There's my website, my official website. If you guys want to look through all the information there, I have some info about some free stuff. If you want to see some testimonials from course and private mentorship students, mostly it's from the mentorship students for the testimonials on the website. I posted all of them along with their payouts. Again, just some of their payouts. They have a lot more payouts than what it's shown on there. But like I said, read through the reviews if you're not confident enough. I let my students do most of the talking for me. I try not to talk too much about my own trading results. But yeah, all the reviews are on there on the website front page. We scroll down, info about me in another section. And then if you click on the second column, you can see like just info about like what I have to offer from my end. Could you do a video on PY marking? That's something I have to gatekeep within the course. I think I've given a good amount of like free info already on my channel, so I'm kind of more picky on like what I want to like give out for free versus make it fair. And I think you guys should be able to understand that too from a consumer perspective. I passed so many evals, came close 12 times on my fund. They finally took a payout. Congrats. I'm trying to be more consistent with payouts. What are some stuff I can do better to myself? Well, first off, are you journaling? If you're journaling, have you done backtesting? So usually how it goes is, have you done backtesting? Yes. If yes, how's your backtesting stats? Are they very good EV or very bad EV? I have an EV calculator on my website as well, but EV is calculated based on your average risk reward and your win rate. So how good is your EV? The higher it is, the more stable your equity curve usually gets. NQ is being funky right now. I might manually close here. Let's see. Next demand is 15 minute, 5 minute. It's fine. This is a funded account. Who cares? I'll just leave it. I'll just let it play out. Nice short though to the downside for scalping right here. Off my OB intra model. Easy to be a 1-to-1. Yeah, almost 1-to-2. If your backtesting results are good, then to be consistent in trading, it's discipline, patience, and psychology. You just have to be, you have to work on your mental edge. I discussed like a few pointers on how to do that earlier, but you have to work on that and you'll be very consistent. Now, if your strategy itself from backtesting is not very consistent or you haven't done backtesting, you need to go do that ASAP. Because without that, you don't know if you're actually profitable. It could just be luck. You don't want to be that trader that gets a few payouts because of luck just to lose all your payouts plus more. A lot of students posting profits. How'd you guys trade today? Let's do a poll in the free chat real quick. I want to see in the Discord server how everyone traded. Most times, most people are green. Some people break even or don't trade for that day, which is okay. But ideally, you should trade every day. Don't force trades. Just like still monitor the market. You know, even forward testing is good. But yeah, green day for me, up about 5 risk reward on the personal. And then we'll see what happens with the funded here. Yes is, how much have we moved today? Not that much. No, not too much. I might stop trading after this week just because price is going to slow down a little bit. Actually, some people even stop trading this week. But for me, how I determine when to trade, when not to trade is just instead of going based on like holidays. Sometimes you do, but I just monitor a chart myself. If I see volatility is low or the conditions are bad, price is chopping or it's not moving, I'm just not going to trade, obviously. But if it's fine, I'm going to trade. I'll be posting good amount of trade recaps this week, going over some trades, not just the ones today, obviously on stream. For those that miss a stream, they'll go over those, but also like other trades too. Just go behind on some of the trade recaps, so you'll see some trades from older, maybe like last week or the past 2 weeks being posted. But it's just because I just been kind of lazy to make recaps. That's all. Been more busy with like talking to the Discord and such and managing some people, but Aqua said finding a strategy is hard. I wouldn't say so. I think finding strategy is one of the easiest things in trading. There's so many strategies. Now, finding a profitable strategy is the thing that's harder. That's hard. You have to do a lot of extensive backtesting. Like I did 4,000 trades. So, you know, you got to make sure your strategy is robust enough that works over the long run. A lot of these free, I'm telling you guys right now, don't even waste your time on it. A lot of the free strategies you see on YouTube, oh, first candle strategy. I'm not trying to call anyone out specifically, but I've seen the videos and it's just full of BS. You can even see the people in the comment section saying they backtested it and it just did not work. Like if you backtest something and it doesn't work, it just doesn't work. Somehow my strategy that I found out from the markets just works exactly the way your markets move. Not to try to like brag or anything, but it generally just works so well. I don't even know how many other profitable strategies out there are aside from mine, but I'm pretty sure there aren't many. Conditions change, price action changes, but if you have a strategy that is dynamically evolving, meaning it works in all conditions, because it has, for example, with my strategy, if this is happening with price, I don't take a trade. If this is happening, I use this setup. If this is happening, I use this other setup instead. So there's variations to your system. How long did it take you to build your system? I'd say quite a few months of very extensive like locking in. When I say locking in, I literally mean just sitting in my chair for 12 hours a day, just sitting there and grinding. And I'm not there just spamming trades necessarily. I'm there to look into every single trade I take, journal every single thing I see. And that really developed a lot of not just screen time, but also like the mechanics behind my strategy. If you're not interested in sitting in your chair for 12 hours a day for a whole year straight, you can pay someone to teach you the strategy a lot quicker. Like for example, the mentorship students, it's a 6-week program. In 6 weeks, they become profitable. Instead of having to spend their hard time 12 hours a day in a chair. I had to go through that. This is why I charge the amount of money I charge. If you think it's too expensive for the mentorship or the course, then just don't get it. Because for me, like, it doesn't matter like how much people can afford. It's more so, how much I had to go through to figure something out. A hidden gem, if you will, in the markets that works. So that's why I charge a lot for my time. It's kind of like how rappers or musicians, they charge a lot of money for like concerts for only a few minutes of on stage time, but you don't see the amount of hours they put behind the stage where they weren't making money or even losing money, investing money into learning lessons, things like that. Maybe a team even for marketing. You don't see all that, but you see their success on stage where they're making thousands, tens, 100,000s per concert. It's the same thing with like trading, basically. That's how I view my time. So that's why I charge the amount I charge. But if you're willing to go the budget, like friendly route where you just don't spend any money, you need to have that dog in you. And when I say dog, I don't just mean you like money. I mean you actually like trading. It's really hard to do something for a long time like that if you don't like it. For example, most people that get into the NBA or the league, they genuinely like basketball. Very few genuinely just wanted money and they made it to the league. It's very, very hard to keep that passion and that drive going when your reason is just money and nothing else. It's very hard to compete with those dogs that genuinely like the sport itself. If you like something, you don't need motivation. You really don't. I'm probably gonna manually close here soon on NQ. It's getting really late here. I'm about 2:55 right now. So what ES is doing real quick, it's ES has a good space to the downside a little bit right now. This is probably going to be the last stream of the week for me. I want to chill more for the holidays. I think you guys should chill too for the holidays. We'll see what happens. If the conditions are very good still tomorrow, we'll see. But I believe there's a day where the market's closed. Let's see. The market closes early tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST. So that just signifies likely it's going to be no volume. Thursday it's completely closed. And Friday we resume. Gold is still going higher. I do want to see our draw get hit on stream here. But if there's no other questions, I might just end the stream early today. Come on, NQ. Where's that emoji everyone uses? But everyone be using this emoji. Got me dying. I don't think people do this anymore. It was just some like meme or something. Just to use. What color did people make the magnet? I don't remember. Anyway, we should be going for pre-stay high here. I think what I see here is lower time frame trend line liquidity being built up. Go to 15 seconds, you see a lot more clear. I can see on the 1 minute, but if you're not experienced enough, you can see on the 15 seconds. If we run this, we should be going for pre-stay high here soon. Let's see. Ran trend liquidity earlier today, so you guys saw that work out. The thing with trading is the more times you see something play out, the more confidence you will have in that system and or thing. So some people lack confidence in their trading, and a lot of it's because you don't have the data, or you just don't have the right strategy that works. I'm sorry, but not every strategy works. Everyone thinks like, you know, every strategy works. That's just not true. That's like a lie that people spread online. I don't know how it started spreading, but it's a lie because that's how they get you trapped forever in not being profitable consistently. Let's see, someone else DM'd me here on Discord. Looking good, NQ. Anybody in NQ trades? There was a stop hunter here as well if you want to take it on NQ. There's so many stop hunters today, it's crazy. There's so much money to be made, it's insane. That's another stop hunter setup you could have took, or take the one. This isn't a stop hunter here, by the way. It's just a internal OB continuation that I took on the funded. fresh funded. All right, let's see his draw get a hit on stream. We shall end. But yeah, let me know. I already did a boot camp. I did trading courses on my YouTube. I just don't know like what other content trading wise to make. Missed it by a tick. The high. Did that draw that? Is that? Oh, no, that's the indicator. Sorry. I have no clue what this screen is here. All right, let me clear all this out. I already showed you guys all this P&L stuff. Maybe I'll show it for the trade recap, people. Let's see. TP hit, question mark? We gonna TP or not? You do have a gap on gold to go to the downside. I thought we didn't have an OB before, but I do see it now. Did have an OB entry model on gold right here. I think I mitigated already right here. Usually the OBs are like near where price hits the PY, but I don't think it hit. There's any OB above, so. We're like 2 ticks away from hitting TP here. Hey, what's up, Sebastian? Long time no see, man. How's it going? We haven't talked in a while. Currently in this trade here, on the fresh new funded, going for previous day high. This is trending on liquidity on lower time frame. I think gold can actually go down now that we did have an OB. I just didn't see it before. To at least mitigate this. Probably this though. Just all gaps. Days like these, man, sometimes I just think about maybe I should have just left my TP a few ticks before my target so I don't get edged like my other trades this past week. Taking a good old break after this. Pretty close to hitting TP. Boom! Alright, hit my TP on top step. There we go. Let's go. There we go. All right. Whoa. Time to end off the stream. It's 3R there. Again, I don't know if I want to cover this trade really in the trade recap. It's not my typical entry I do take. Okay. This is the ideal entry. Took it around somewhere around this price point. But alright, y'all. Ending the stream here, man. It was a good stream overall. 3 sword here, and then 4, and then 2. This was I believe in the Discord server, not on stream. So I think stream wise was 0.54, and it's 3R. But I didn't call this 3R out to the stream. I'll put the total P&L of today so far. It's just 3 reward, 4, 5, 9, about 8 rewards today. 3 winners, 1 loser, 1 small loser, which should have been a winner to be honest, but trail stop. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Last week I made 13R. I'm so proud. Congrats, dude. That's good for 1 week. It's about almost 50 in a month. You just gotta be consistent. That's the only thing really left. Are you still trading prop firms, Sebastian? My mic is also glitching out right now for some reason, so I think it's a good time to end the stream. We'll see. Oh, one last thing for that. I'd say saving up for a live account is cool. Just make sure, like, I'd say take advantage of prop firms while you still can right now. And then save part of those percent of those payouts for a live account. I think prop firms still give you the best ROI in terms of what you can. But a live account is usually when you get to a lot of capital to a point where prop firms are not needed anymore to make a lot of money. I say that's when you should start getting to like a live personal. Otherwise, stick with prop firms because they give easily 10x ROIs per account. But yeah, that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next stream or YouTube video or in the free Discord. So join up and I'll see you guys again. If you're not in the course or mentorship or anything, there's a sale going on right now. So check that sale out. Ends this week. I'll see y'all. Peace. Hope you guys enjoy the AI music. I don't know. I can't use copyright music anymore. So this is what I got for y'all.
Create a song talking about day trading the freedom it provides. Money, location, time, freedom, as well as mentioning essential traders university, since that is what I run and where I teach my students how to trade. Create a song talking about day trading the freedom it provides. Money, location, time, freedom, as well as mentioning essential traders university, since that is what I run and where I teach my students how to trade. Create a song talking about day Create a song talking about day trading the freedom it provides. Money, location, time, freedom, as well as mentioning essential traders, a university, since that is what I run and where I teach my students how to trade. How to trade. How to trade. Create a song talking about day trading the freedom it provides. Money, location, time, freedom, as well as mentioning essential traders, a university, since that is what I run and where I teach my students how to trade. Create a song talking about day trading the freedom it provides. Money, location, time, freedom, as well as mentioning essential traders, a university, since that is what I run and where I teach my students how to trade. How to trade. How to trade. Create a song talking about day trading the freedom it provides. Money, location, time, freedom, as well as mentioning essential traders, a university, since that is what I run and where I teach my students how to trade. Create a song talking about day trading the freedom it provides. Money, location, time, freedom, as well as mentioning essential traders, a university, since that is what I run and where I teach my students how to trade. How to trade. How to trade. Create a song talking about day trading the freedom it provides. Money, location, time, freedom, as well as mentioning essential traders, a university, since that is what I run and where I teach my students how to trade. Create a song talking about day trading the freedom it provides. Money, location, time, freedom, as well as mentioning essential traders, a university, since that is what I run and where I teach my students how Create a song talking about day trade in the freedom it provides. Money, location, time, freedom, as well as mentioning essential traders, a university, since that is what I run and where I teach my students how to trade. Create a song talking about day trade in the freedom it provides. Money, location, time, freedom, as well as mentioning essential traders, a university, since that is what I run and where I teach my students how to trade. Create a song talking about day trade in the freedom it provides. Money, location, time, freedom, as well as mentioning essential traders, a university, since that is what I run and where I teach my students how to trade. Create a song talking about day trade in the freedom it provides. Money, location, time, freedom, as well as mentioning essential traders, a university, since that is what I run and where I teach my students how to trade. Create a song talking about day trade in the freedom it provides. Money, location, time, freedom, as well as mentioning essential traders, a university, since that is what I run and where I teach my students how to trade. Create a song talking about day trade in the freedom it provides. Money, location, time, freedom, as well as mentioning essential traders, a university, since that is what I run and where I teach my students how to trade. Create a song talking about day trade in the freedom it provides. Money, location, time, freedom, as well as mentioning essential traders, a university, since that is what I run and where I teach my students how Create a song talking about day, trade in the freedom it provides, money, location, time, free.